I am backstage today. Yeah, you can hear the sound check going on out there. There we go. For, let's see who's on the bill tonight. Seven Dust, Pop Evil, and Skillet. And I'm here with Tom Reardon, the guitar tech for Pop Evil. And he's going to take us through just a quick little bit of the setup that he's got going on tonight.
Hi everybody, I'm Tom, Pop Evil's guitar tech.
And he's got a handful of guitars with Floyd Rose. What is there, 5, 6 guitars in your rack?
Yeah.
5 guitars in your rack with Floyd Rose that he has to mess with every single night.
This is one of our main guitars.
And this one is tuned to what scale?
This is a drop C.
Drop C.
This is a Schecter.
This is a beautiful guitar.
Yeah.
And Tom was just telling me he had to swap out saddles.
We did a full saddle swap on it. We put a bigger sustainer block in it. And this is kind of a little hot rod Frankenstein. And actually, since the last time we did it, it's due for strings today. So we're gonna run through it, and I'm gonna show everyone how these amazing little blocks work and how they get used daily on tour.
I'm gonna flip this over. He's got all these marked with what guitars they use them on, and what notch they get used on.
Yep, this one's actually we for the natural, and I believe this one we're gonna for the red guitar because we changed out the sustainer block in it. So we're gonna hop right to it here. Everything comes off in order. So everything goes back in the right way. And one thing I've also learned over the years is the easiest way to do it is just take them off completely.
Yep.
Take it right out of the way, all in one piece together like that. And I set that aside right there.
So I get the question all the time because I do take the screws out on the string tree.
Yep.
You've never had one strip out, have you?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
They'll go through hundreds and hundreds of cycles before they'll strip out.
And snip them halfway through.
And these are all, just for clarification, in case anybody's wondering, these are all Nick's guitars, is that right?
Yep.
Because
Nick
Dave plays hardtails.
Yes. I actually don't have to do much with this fretboard at all. This is I actually just cleaned this the other day. So
this is, you generally do a nightly cleaning or a daily cleaning of the fretboard too.
Yep.
Oh, those frets look nice and rounded over and polished and pretty on stage, I'll bet.
Oh yeah. For the nut sauce, kind of. This is actually pretty important. I mean, even though, like I said, with the Floyds, you know, I rarely have an issue when it comes down to these, especially with those setup blocks that you guys build. I mean, I've used to fight to keep these things just in tune, and then those setup blocks came into my hands, and I'll tell you what, that was life-changing.
Well, and I always appreciate that kind of talk, but these are, just to point it out, these are original Floyd Rose tremolos. They're not licensed. There is a huge difference both in quality and tone, but then also how they set up. Just the quality of the fasteners are always, you know, the German, I guess Schaller really makes Floyd Rose, right?
Yeah.
If we're being honest with everybody. But the knockoffs that are made, and some of them are made well, they're just not the same though. The German quality is... If you're a pro musician, I don't think there's any reason to skimp.
What I usually do is I usually go up, next over, pop them over, put it in, do a quick little bend.
On the Les Pauls, do you do the same thing, one tuner past?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. What I do is kind of...
About 3 wraps is what you're looking for?
Yep. Well, and again, I mean, it's when your tools come into play with it, you know, we... are a big help to us, especially when it comes to doing this.
Resetting the fine tuners there, probably getting them about half of the way up.
Yeah, just about there. Just so we have enough, we have to go backwards and forwards. But very seldomly do I even have to do that, especially with these nifty little setup blocks. And which, if anybody has yet to, if this is your first time watching a video from Skyscraper, I would highly recommend picking up a set of these blocks and just giving them a try. And you know, you may not get it the first time, but once you see how they operate, they're definitely going to be something that will be your go-to. These things are always in reach, very, very close reach for me every single night. This has become a complete part of my daily regimen when it comes to working on these guitars.
I need to say I don't pay Tom.
No, he does not.
And Tom actually bought my blocks on Amazon and reached out to me at one point and said, "Hey man, I like what you're doing," and we kind of connected over Instagram, I think, Facebook, Instagram, and that sort of stuff. And he just happened to be in Denver tonight, and I'm close by, and so
Yeah.
I figured I'd stop and see these
Come
things
on,
in action.
Check it out.
So you're using the stretcher.
The string stretcher.
Yeah.
Now, I give a couple of really good pulls on it. I usually fret it down a little bit. This actually saves you from getting carpal tunnel syndrome a little
Yeah.
bit. I've seen guys do the old, the inch down, and after we've been on the road for about almost 10 weeks straight now. So imagine doing this every single day. You can see this works out perfect. Just give it a little snug back up here.
There we go. And even stretching the unwound strings. Some people don't like to do that, but it's a practice you should do.
Oh yeah.
They don't need it near as much as the wound strings.
No.
But a little bit of love goes a long way. I'm guessing Nick's not going to come and play all these guitars.
No.
Are you going to play them? Play test them?
What I'll do is I'll run through them. I'll go give a couple of strums, do a couple of dive bombs with them, and then I fine tune right before the show. Okay.
Now, Tom, actually, you leave the back plates on all the time.
I do.
I know a lot of techs, those go in the drawer and they never come back out.
That's it.
This multi-laminate neck is just unreal.
And this is cool.
This is like I'm going to say it's a bloodwood in the middle.
Yep.
And it looks like maybe 2 strips of mahogany and then maple on the sides. That is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Looks like you've got some FU tone springs.
Yep.
And is that an FU tone block as well?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah, those guys make some incredible pieces and parts for Floyd's. There's no doubt.
No. We're no longer flat anymore.
Yeah.
So now what I'll do is I'm going to make that flat, switch over my screwdriver head here, get it right where I want it. I always set them straight up.
Yes, playing position.
Yep. So as you see, I got these right here. That's basically about where I want that bridge to sit.
So laying almost dead flat.
Almost dead flat. Now I got these step blocks, which I encourage everybody to go do. Now right about that one, right about there. If I pop it back out, right that smack in the middle there. That looks pretty straight right there to me. Then what I'll do, back it up a little bit more, get it nice and tight against that block. As even as I can get it. That looks pretty tight. And there now, go back one, squeeze back here.
So now what that's doing when Tom's doing that, he's backing off the springs, and that's allowing the strings to have the tension to hold the bridge in place, so you can tune it and do everything else without it moving.
Tune it like a hardtail, which is, I love the idea of that. And what I'll do, let's get it down on my bench real quick. I'm going to tune this several times to pitch the way I want it. One down, and one then again a playing position. And actually, we're not too far out because I set these up all the time.
And let's see what we're using, a Peterson stomp.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm stealing your light.
This thing is incredible. And I don't like to kind of say anything bad about, obviously the Boss tuners are, that's been industry standard since the 80s. And the Peterson guys have really gone from just making their stuff, from just being available to only certain techs or shops, to now, this is a $130 tuner, and it's the same strobe technology that everyone's used for all those years.
Every single rock show I've ever been to, and that's hundreds, have the Boss tuner. You will find that at every single show, in every single tech's drawer.
Guaranteed.
Period.
Yep. That's the kind of the go-to. And one thing I do, some guys don't do this a lot, but I've watched a lot of guys do this over the years. You just get them back, the locks back in place, hand tight, not even, just so they're in place.
Yep.
And we're pretty close to being right in pitch where I want it to be. Kind of get it, ballpark it a little bit. One thing I've noticed over the years is watching people, they over tighten these.
Yes.
If your notes go sharp when you're tightening these down, you're going too tight.
Snug at best, right?
Yeah. Yep. Snug. That's it. Tight can be down here.
Yes.
Snug up top. Now that I've got this thing close enough to where I feel comfortable with it, I'm going to actually set the bridge back into place. And again, I got my bigger head screwdriver. Now this is, again, I've tuned it like a hardtail. Everything's in place. I start from the top to the bottom. I work my way down.
Like you can feel it just getting loose.
So you get the wiggle there. It's not quite there yet. And what I'll do is I'll 1, 2. See it starting to move. And I'll go 1, 2 there, and the block falls out. And what I'll do, I'm going to actually take the guitar now, and I'm going to throw the strap on and go back to the tuning position, the actual playing position of the guitar. More than likely, I'm going to be a little bit sharp from what I want it to be. But with the back off, even at that, I can still have the adjustment that I want. Well, and again, I'm a little sharp, and I know, yep, I'm a little sharp, so what I'll do is I just take the back. This is the nice part, I have the strap with this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This way.
And by the way, strap locks on there too.
Absolutely.
Remember that, kids.
Yes. And then what I do is I'll just go back about a half a turn, recheck it, and still a little bit. You can see around the tuners.
Yep.
Still a little bit. I know on my, right about there. Okay. And right there, get it to a spot where I can just fine tune it with the ends there, and then this guitar should be almost ready to go for tonight. And that is what's in it.
Hope I'm not putting you on the spot here,
Nope,
Tom.
not at all, bud. Not at
Performing for an audience.
We're basically right on the money. Like that, then what I'll do is I'll just snug.
Just snug.
Snug is key. What I'll do a couple of quick dive bombs. Really get them into place. Then if I have to, I can unlock and always fine tune again. And unfortunately, right there,
You good?
I'm like basically right on the money with it. What else?
Nice.
And there we go.
Well, thanks, Tom, for showing us that.
And then you can see the finished
Oh, yeah,
product.
yeah, yeah.
Look at that.
There we go. Dead level. Perfect.
Right in tune.
Ready to make an audience crap their pants at some point tonight.
Okay.